on the table the next few days for the draft?
I'll tell you, this whole draft thing is every year it's a source of aggravation because the season is still going on. Hopefully the season's still going on if you're in the Super Regional. But at least last year we got to deal with it on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, kind of digest it all and get ready for the weekend. Now the draft is actually going to be taking place during the games. It's the craziest thing I've ever heard. But it is what it is, so we're just going to have to deal with it. And well, as we know, Thursday night, only the first two rounds. The first round, the sandwich picks, and the second round will be selected. So, you know, the obvious guys have a possibility of being selected, but of course there's no certainty that anybody's going to be selected. I know Ryan Eads is hopeful. I know Jacoby Jones is hopeful. In that area of the first two rounds. The next day on Friday, which we happen to play a game at 6 o'clock with kind of a lot at stake, the rounds 3 through 10 will take place between noon and 6 p.m. Isn't that wonderful? We'll have guys out there taking infield and having to call them off the field to tell them that there's a scout calling for them to see if they'll be willing to sign for X amount of dollars. It's just a crazy thing to deal with, but it's hard for me to really speculate, Randy, on which guys we're talking about. But just kind of gauging by how many which players had how many visits with scouts in advance, that type of thing. I think the people we're talking about as far as underclassmen go, I mentioned Ryan Eads and Jacoby Jones. I think we're also talking about Ty Ross, Nick Rumbelow, Will LaMarche, certainly. I think there's probably an outside chance for Cody Glenn. He's a draft-eligible sophomore that was drafted in the 15th round of high school, but I don't know that there's been as much attention on him from the scouts so far. And then you've got all your senior guys, you know, Mason Katz, Ray Frimes, Chris Cotton, Joey Bourgeois. I don't know if I'm forgetting somebody, but you know, this is an important day in these kids' lives. Imagine if you were, dreamt your whole life of playing professional baseball, and this was the day that dream was going to come true. And yet you've also got the most important baseball game of your life on that same day. It's kind of a big amount of kind of a full plate for everybody, I guess is the best way to say that.
Have you guys ever pushed as coaches to have them do something to work with y'all